is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
This is Peter Pecker. I need your advice. I was fired from 2 jobs between January and August of this year because I was spending all day in detractor chats during my work hours instead of actually doing my job. Since then, I've been spending 40 hours per week hate watching you in detractor restreams while I'm collecting unemployment, all while telling other detractors that Phil needs to get a job. I also openly talk about how I lost over $100,000 gambling, even though I call you an idiot because you spent some money on WWE champions. I'm down to my final chip. What can I do to turn things around? Please help me, King. Now, obviously, this is probably an over-the-top, exaggerated situation of someone making fun of my detractors and trolls, but the ultimate truth is this. If the camera gets turned back against my detractors, if we start to analyze them, we are going to find far more lol-cow stupidity than you've ever seen in any of my content or streams. Because I admit, I've made many mistakes over the years, but I've learned from them. But those people are walking, living embarrassments to humanity.
That's like me, right? That's like me.
But they don't want the camera turned back upon them. Because God forbid that we analyze their lives like they analyze mine. We would have a laugh fucking riot. I mean, there's people who sit there all day doing podcasts 2-3 times a week that all they do is talk about nonsensical minutia in my life. 8 hours covering my cat. Yes, that actually happened. All right? People who say, oh, I'm just going to literally restream every single piece of content that Phil does without any commentary on it to pull views away from him. Squeeze me? You're going to do what? You're literally going to sit here and stream every moment I'm streaming? So what are you going to be doing in your real life during that time? Nothing. Sitting there. And this is your life. But I'm the one who's pathetic. Really? Anyway, yeah, it's absolutely pretty silly and ridiculous, and we could do this all day, and maybe one day we will. Because like I said, there very well could be potential for some very big hilarity and views, quite frankly, in actually micro-analyzing my detractors who are way bigger lolcows than me.
It's delusion. It's actual egotistical delusion.
And every time I say that, they seethe, and they cope, and they freak out, and they can't take it. I mean, there's tiny little Twitter accounts with like 100 followers who are following them and making fun of them, and they can't take that. Can you imagine if I did it? I mean, look at what happened with duty streams within just a couple of times of me doing it, and look what happened with Super Crazy, who has disappeared from the internet.
Oh my god, he's drinking wheelchair donations. So please support the stream today. Super chats, super stickers, memberships, and gifted memberships on the YouTube side. Subs and gifted subs on the Kick side. And of course, tips, which could cover both sides because they're through PayPal, which is either, is capable of doing. Let's keep the momentum rolling, shall we? Oh my god, he's drinking sperm.
All that being said, thank you, guys, for your support early this morning. Let's keep that momentum rolling, guys. We're at $6 in support right now. Let's see, who's going to be the first person to give some subs over on Kick today? Who's going to be the first person to give some memberships on YouTube today, right? And who's going to top these two? Only $2. We can get a bigger tip and a bigger super chat right now. Let's get that momentum going. I'll be honest. This react show doesn't get a lot of attention. It actually gets very little attention. So, what I'm very nervous about here, is that the streak might end with the final react show. And I really hope not. Because every other stream we're doing is doing amazing, right? Attendance is good, support is good, but I'm nervous about today's react show. Please, let's keep the momentum going, and please support the stream. Okay. By the way, I absolutely am sure you want this to continue, because when we hit 276 straight streams goals hit, playing Stellar Blade. Yes. Okay.
I somehow became the worst person on the internet and an evil e-bagger.
Ultra members will be able to suggest the topics and or even specific videos that I will then sit down, review, and curate. And I think this is the biggest part that was missing from the DSP versus the Internet random clip show. There was no curation. It was just, I have to watch everything people submit. Now, I'm going to curate the topics and clips that I feel are the ones that are the most important or most interesting to me, maybe ones I have the most to add or I can learn something from and can give meaningful commentary on. And that way, you will, again, know what the topic is when I set up the stream, right? So let's say the Ultra members, over the course of 2-3 weeks, submit 10 different topics. Now I can go through all of those, find the best ones, and I can announce, hey, everyone, in 2 weeks' time, it'll be the first big episode of the new DSP React show, and we're calling it this, and it's going to be this topic. Tune in this day, this time, on Kick exclusively for the show, and I'll be recording it and clipping it and putting stuff and highlights of that show onto the DSP Reacts channel after the fact. Okay? I think that's going to work much better than what we're doing every week now.
Oh my god, he's drinking piss.
Or at least I would hope that that's going to do better than what we're doing now. Because the thing is, I like reacting. Just that I don't feel like what we're doing now is working. I want to go back to more meaningful stuff that people will show up for, and I think this would work at having the people suggest it, have a big hand in controlling, you know, the topics, but at the same time, I specifically pick what we're going to talk about. I schedule it ahead of time. I tell you what it is, and then people have come and we all watch it together on Kick. It gives Kick exclusive streams, which I need on Kick. I need to get more viewership on Kick right now. I think that would help it a lot. Okay? So I think that would be cool. And by the way, the topics could be wide-ranging. 1 week we could be doing a documentary about video games. And then in 2 or 3 weeks after that, we could do a video essay about the downfall of YouTube and how the algorithm is screwing people over. And then in another 3 weeks, we could do something about a holiday, a Christmas special, you know? Like, we could do all kinds of special stuff. And I think that's how it should work, is that it's always going to be a little bit of variety. And like someone said, quality over quantity. Instead of me worrying about, oh, I got to do the show every week. I take my time. I space it out. I plan it appropriately. I tell you ahead of time. You get excited. We get pumped. We talk about it in the other content, and then we actually do it and have a good time, right? You might say, all right, so this makes sense. So your DSP versus the internet show ends today. You're going to start working on a long-form React show, and Ultra members are going to submit the topics for that show. Gotcha. What about submissions to your members, who are the people who have submitted the clips and went to the random playlist? Well, funny you said that. As you all know, this coming Thursday, on the late stream, exclusively on Kick, it is the premiere of my brand new show, DS Politics. The submissions tier members on DSP Reacts will be able to submit news articles, video clips, and topics for me to talk about on the politics show. Because the truth is, I will probably be able to at least stay up to date on big picture stuff. Stuff that has to do with the United States presidency, stuff that has to do with local government stuff. Like, I already kind of know stuff that's going on in my local area, and I'm going to be covering that stuff on the show. I will be talking about topics from my local government and things like that. But I'm sure you guys are going to know a lot more. You're going to have a lot of interesting topics and things for me to cover. And so if you become a submissions tier member, those will be the people who, in a thread, they will be able to submit that stuff. And so I'll be able to go through it maybe once or twice a week. I'll jump into that thread and I'll look at what people submitted and maybe, oh, that's a good video to watch and talk about. That's a good article to cover. Let me do a little bit of research and I'll talk about this on the show this week, right? So that's how you do it. So submission tier members on DSP Reacts will be submitting content for the political show. Ultra tier members will be submitting the topics for the long form React content. That'll probably happen once a month or maybe once every 3 weeks. You know, we'll put it in there so it's quality over quantity. Fair enough? That's how things are going to happen moving forward. Now, there very well could be more suggestions or better suggestions than that too. And I'm more than willing to listen to your feedback and your suggestions for improvement.
This guy is scum. He's an exploiter. He's used people for personal gain way too many times, and he keeps getting away with it. So, listen, is it possible that someone will go to a politics show, hear my political stances, be upset that I have political stances, and then not watch my gaming content? Yes, but I can't help people from being stupid. Like, I just can't. You know, you can't stop people from being dumb. So if they want to be dumb, if they're looking for problems and they find them, I mean, who's really to blame? I'm purposely setting this up as separate content so that no one has to deal with it if they don't want to. If you take the Level 1 podcast or my gameplay streams or my all
of that, you know, that content, if you like that and you see it as an escape from real life and you don't want it to cross over to other content, I'm with you. I'm not against that idea. That's what we're going to do. You're not going to have to deal with politics if you're sitting here on a podcast. If people try to fuck with me, I'm just going to kick them out and they're not going to be able to stick around with us. We're going to have a good chill streams here like we always do. But at least this will now give an avenue for those who want that kind of content. You'll be able to go find it in the right designated place, and it will not cross over into the other content whatsoever. Okay?
I'm just going to ban.
We're only at $24 to support. Historically, every single time that I do this react show, we get nearly no support during the show. The viewers plummet. Like right now, like I said, we have around 300 viewers on YouTube. We have like maybe 30 viewers on Kick. When we start the react show, we're not even going to have 200 viewers between the two. All right? Obviously, I don't want to see the streak end because I'm doing a finale to the react show. So please support the stream now. Before people take off, let's get some support going. Let's get some gifted subs over on Kick. We got none. Let's get some memberships and gifted memberships on YouTube. We've got none. Let's get a big tip it. Let's get that rolling, okay?
What do you say people will think when they bring up DSP? The incident, and I'm a beggar, and I'm a thief, and I'm this, and I'm that. Oh, you know, when Phil tried to scam his fucking viewers.
Please support the stream. Right now, only 24 bucks to support, and we're about to head into this react show. I am nervous. I don't want this to end. Obviously, we've had such an amazing run. 59 straight streams, hitting the goals, crushing the trolls, keeping the momentum going. All right, let's try to see. Let's get that hit by the end of let's do 20 minutes of support. Non-stop support. Let's do it. Let's get subs. Let's get memberships. Let's get super chats. Let's get tips. Let's get the momentum rolling right now so we can get into this final react show and not have to worry about it whatsoever and just enjoy it and have a good send-off. All right? So who's going to do it? Who's going to start the momentum right now? All right, guys. Final segment. Final chance. If you want to support the stream, please do, guys. I'm going to be very honest now. Look at this. I'm very nervous. I don't want the streak to end. Just because we're doing the final react show. I'm nervous right now. I don't know what's going to happen. I hope that people will support, but people really don't support the react show that often. So it makes me very nervous. I hope this is not the end of the streak. I'm nervous about it now. And I'm going to be worrying about it the whole fucking show, and it pisses me off because I shouldn't be doing that. I haven't had that feeling in a while, and I want this momentum to continue. I want to do the Decades menu on Friday with all of you. I want to freaking be doing Stellar Blade when we hit 276, right?
I'm like a super greedy dude. And all I want to do is milk my audience for money and constantly guilt trip them.
Gee, I wonder why this show is ending this week. Can anyone think of a reason why this clip show might be ending this week?
So thank you so very much, Darkside Pimp. 20 gifted subs today allows us to hit our goal and continue our streak. Is it a whale? It is a whale because it has those whale-like teeth that filter things. It looks like cones. He's got a big old eyeball. If you're on stream, stick around. I have one post video thing to say about the future here. But for those who are watching on demand, thanks for the wild ride. This is it for DSP versus the internet for episode 90. Thank you for 90 awesome weeks of fun here on DSP Reacts. Trust me, there's many, many more years of fun to come, just in different formats. Everyone, peace out and thank you. Be safe, and you don't want to be butt fucked. Trust me. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. That I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.